Two topics are taking over YouTube this week, I'm sure neither of which I am breaking to you. First, we had now famous feminist Annalise Nelson chastising a Lyft driver who had the audacity and the cultural insensitivity to have a hula doll swaying senselessly and disrespectfully on his dashboard.
You thought that was adorable. You didn't think about the pillaging of the continent of Hawaii.
The Earth has 7 such continents: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia.
Yeah, you forgot Hawaii, which is really, really disrespectful considering all the pillaging. This commenter summarizes that video succinctly. Elsewhere, big-name YouTubers are having videos demonetized under YouTube's new advertiser-friendly content policy.
Yesterday's video, and most likely many in the near future, will not be monetizable here on YouTube.
A bunch of my videos have been demonetized.
That was Philip DeFranco and Mr. Repsion, both of whom say YouTube has demonetized their videos for non-compliance with this new policy. Not censorship, not taking the video down, but telling the YouTuber this video is too dirty, too violent, or otherwise too controversial for advertisers to be comfortable associating with it. So no money for you, guy who makes us lots and lots of money. Click on a new video on YouTube this week. Odds are pretty good it's either laughing at this oblivious SJW chick or worrying about whether YouTube will go full 1984 with a thought police. But here's an interesting question. To what extent could these incidents actually be related? It's not a cut and dry case, but theorizing a relationship exists isn't absurd either. To analyze it, we need to establish some more facts about each story first, then we can theorize about a relationship. First, let's review the history of the Lyft incident. It actually happened back in March, and sources say the driver was actually fired for his actions, oddly enough. At some point, Annalise Nelson, the crazy SJW getting the ride, shared the recording privately with Lyft, who reportedly reinstated the driver after seeing the recording, showing he did nothing wrong. Somewhere in that process, someone who had private access to the recording leaked it to Lauren Southern, who blew it up publicly. Nelson did not release the video publicly herself, nor does it appear she wanted the video released publicly. On her Facebook page, she laments the backlash she's receiving, and upon Southern's release of the video, Nelson deactivated her Twitter account. All of these facts suggest Nelson didn't want the recording public, and regrets the fact that it now is. Let's talk about Nelson herself. Who is she? She runs or has run what may be one or several highly exclusive networks for feminists or social justice women.
When most of us think of sororities, we think of images like this.
This is a sorority house?
But Annalise Nelson is turning that image on its head, creating a similar experience digitally. Her exclusive online group, Girls Night In, is the 21st century's answer to Friendly Neighbors, but it's ladies only.
So when people call this kind of an online sorority, what's your take on that?
I think that's what it is. It's a club, and it's a bunch of girls, or at least people who don't identify as male, getting together and doing all kinds of stuff.
There are nearly 2,000 ladies in the LA-based Girls Night In, ranging in age from 18 to their mid-40s. Everyone from executives, former reality show contestants, actresses, and models.
In 2012, Nelson founded something called Girl Cult, described as a secret all-female feminist network, which may or may not be the same thing as Girls Night In. But Girl Cult is currently working to recall the judge in the Brock Turner rape case, among other underground activism. The group's name appears to be no exaggeration. Nelson herself describes her social networking. We all sort of mostly hang out with each other now. It's a little bit culty. Nelson also has connections to President Obama's personal DJ, and one oddity in the Lyft video sticks out. Nelson threatens the Lyft driver that video of him will be posted on Gawker.
You're gonna be on Gawker. You will be published on Gawker, and you'll be like the next internet meme. It's gonna be super funny.
As one Reddit user notes, it's odd to be that specific with a threat about a website that doesn't let just any user post. It's one thing to say, haha, you're gonna be on YouTube, or haha, you're gonna be on Facebook, or just haha, you're gonna be on the internet generally. But to say, haha, you're going to be on Gawker, that implies she knows somebody there. The point is, Nelson is well connected. This is a person with a wide social media reach, with influential people in positions of power. Okay, so we've got a person with a few connections who is now the subject of unwanted public ridicule. But how is that connected to YouTube? Well, let's review what happened to Philip DeFranco and Mr. Repzion. Both are high-profile YouTubers, particularly DeFranco, a pillar of YouTube, uploading since 2007, only 2 years after the site's establishment. Both had videos demonetized under YouTube and Google's new advertiser-friendly content policy, which reserves the right to withhold revenue from the creator if the content is sexually suggestive, violent, vulgar, involved with drugs or other substances, or, most nebulously, controversial or sensitive in nature. And YouTube has taken this action against a variety of creators. But what's curious is both DeFranco and Repzion post about controversial or sensitive topics almost exclusively and are only now being penalized, both immediately after posting about Nelson, with those videos specifically being flagged. The policy has been in place for over a month, but its effect is observed on these two only after talking about a particular individual. So what have we established? We have a person with loads of connections receiving critical coverage online and a YouTube response that is at least coincidentally related to it. And what are we missing? A smoking gun, a direct connection between Nelson and YouTube. But given what we know about her extensive connections, is it unreasonable to theorize there might be a person or two in power at Google or YouTube who would look out for Nelson? YouTube's new policy is so arbitrary and general, it seems impossible to apply it uniformly. It's not specific enough, and if applied as written, it would seemingly cut off ad revenue from anyone expressing an opinion on YouTube outside of my favorite Pollyanna anthem. Everything is awesome! And of course, there are holes in the tinfoil hattery I'm developing. For example, if Lauren Southern is the source of the video leak publicly, why isn't Lauren being demonetized? Or at least she's not complaining about it. If YouTube is taking punitive action in protection of Nelson, why not just be straight up with DeFranco, one of their major channels? Why needlessly piss him off? It only takes a few users like DeFranco to ditch YouTube for another platform, and suddenly a viable YouTube competitor is a reality. And there are plenty of other YouTubers being demonetized for discussing completely harmless or non-controversial topics like depression or acne. Whatever's going on is certainly not exclusively related to Annalise Nelson, and perhaps not related to her at all. What is clear is that YouTube's new policy is so unclear that objectivity and consistency in its application will be impossible. I have yet to be hit by this policy, yet my content is of similar controversy to those who have. Meanwhile, a guy like Boogie, who couldn't be more sensitive, more fair, more cautious with his words, is being hit, and hit hard.
You're not allowed to swear. Well, if I can't swear, I'm fucked. And now this video's fucked because I swore in it.
The point is, if this is YouTube's new status quo, creator revenue will be controlled by the opinion of a select few. And if that select few is influenced by people like Annalise Nelson, there will be financial incentive for creators to remain within a very narrow lane of acceptable thought and perspective. To be clear, this is not censorship. YouTube is absolutely within its right to curate or incentivize content it hosts as it sees fit. But as a business move, if this decision stands, it's remarkably stupid and only hastens and emboldens those looking for an alternative place to host media. Closed circuit to YouTube, people come to this site because of what's going on in here. They care about and are passionate about what's going on in here. They don't care about the logos around it. When you keep your creators happy, you keep your viewers happy. When you don't, you compromise the foundation of your business. And it's a big and deep foundation, I'll give you that. But there are always enough cracks to topple the empire. Thanks as always for listening and for supporting this channel. Always appreciate that thoughtful discussion down below and especially over on Twitter. That is at skag_3. You're always welcome to come hang out and chat in my live streams. Those are linked down in the description. Looking forward to it. Okay, bye.